Okay, we're getting into a series of games between Shopkeeper Dog and Ultra. Shopkeeper Dog opens up the first context I see him talking to Ultra with. It's not too different. He must be talking about the map because it is a port of Starcraft 1. This is a port of Watchpoint, commissioned by Hit 'em Up. Shout out Hit 'em Up. All right. Ultra is in the top right. That's Ultra, the Starcraft 1 Pro TERRAN. And he is our midnight green? No, just dark green TERRAN. In the bottom left, we have Shopkeeper Dog. He is playing as PROTOSS, and he is our Ultramarine PROTOSS. He's going for a gateway. We've got Ultra thinking about maybe making a fulcrum, it looks like. Yeah, okay. All right, Ultra. He already knows. He's got 3 workers on gas, which is a little bit excessive. But he's getting there. He's doing things. Very cool. Very cool. Little side disruptor in the middle, animated by Darkened Fantasies. Shout out to that guy. As well as power generators on either side. These are just here so that you can blow them up if you want like more impactful fights in the middle of the map. Kind of opens it up in the mid game or late game, depending on when you do it. I haven't seen too many matches on this map, so I am looking forward to this particular one. Have to see if they are good. Oh, it looks like the second game that we're going to cast today, by the way, is on Crisis Vector. So I look forward to that as well. It's kind of funny to me that he is named Ultra, by the way, but he is, of course, a Terran player, not a Zerg player. So, you know, that's all well and good. Fulcrum is done. Go straight for the Vulture. In fact, don't you think if you named yourself Vultra, like V-U-L-T-R-A, that would be pretty sick for a... That would be pretty interesting, I think. For a Terran player, Vulture. Oh. Give us that Pro Micro Ultra, come on. There you go. Yeah, it's true, Dog lived. Ultramarine. Pretty good there. Pretty good there. Has he seen Legionnaires before? Probably. He played against the AI a little bit. Well, the Vultures are going to go ahead and lay their mines. I don't know how familiar Ultra is at the end of the day, but I saw him on Twitch. He was streaming some TVT against the AI, and he basically had beaten them. It was on... oh, what's the... Apollo. It was on Apollo. He basically beat them, but he kept getting his ground army attacked by diadems that the AI made in their base. So, big shout out there. This is a mechanic you won't expect. So, mines only detonate on, or target actually revealed units. Either detected cloaked units or uncloaked units. And the Kabbalist has just walked right over the mines. So that's going to be a little bit of a concern. See, the Vultures are just going to come in for a drive-by. They're ignoring the Hierophant for the time being, and they're just going to go straight after it. But, all right, now we've got the Kabbalist. Shopkeeper Dog is going to have to try his best to find some impact there, and the Cyclops will deal friendly damage, so, like, unsafe damage. But 4 Vultures is very, very good right here. See what Ultra can do. It doesn't look like the Masons haven't really been endangered so far. That's a lot of dead workers there for Shopkeeper Dog. Holy moly. Is it really this simple for Terrans? He even kills the Kabbalist in the process. It's that simple, man. You just drive Vultures by the Protoss army and start killing their workers. Wild. Well, looks like he's already found the Ancial and the Cyclops, so he is going to be using that. Starting to make Cyprians as well. He was making a lot of bio in the game that I saw. Oh, man, a man after my own heart. 3 workers on each gas node. I would definitely recommend saturating fully the minerals a little bit more. Like maybe 18 workers or so. But that's all right. Now, Shopkeeper Dog has a second Nexus, so he can try to stay alive that way and just kind of rebuild his worker count. But yeah, I agree with the pylon idea. That's a good one. Oh, he's made a Trojan. Is he actually just going to drop Cyprians in his first game versus humans? Has he already figured that one out? That's pretty sick if so. I know he's watched a lot of the games, so that's a possibility. Dude, Cyprian and Cyclops drop, right? Right? And he's bringing the stockade somewhere. I have no idea what he's doing with that. That's wild. He's going to move out with this Cyclops stack, as well as the Ant Seal. Drop a Ministry. Have the Trojan. And he ends up just moving the stockade a little bit. Okay, I thought he was going to like move that to the ramp or something. I didn't know what he was doing. I was on board, though. Zealot stunned, so the Cyclops will be trying to heckle it down. I honestly haven't seen Cyclops versus Protoss in so long, especially gateway units like that. Since Smarty Cakes took on Nebulum, I think was the last time I saw a lot of Cyclops against Protoss, so that was really funny to see for some reason. So here he goes. The drop is coming in. Oh, the detection also helping out versus that Kabbalist. Let's keep track of how many workers we had. It was about 24. They were even in workers when this started, but look at that massacre. And Ultra just keeps him entertained on the other side long enough that even though he's losing the Cyclops, he still looks like he cleared the Kabbalist. 16 workers for Shopkeeper Dog. That is not enough. Not enough at all with the Ministry almost coming up. We've got Madrigals. Last time you'll see double Palladium, by the way. Unless the AI breaks or something. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is so brutal. 12 workers, by the way. You know when all the time Shopkeeper Dog shows up in these chats and he's like, 20 minutes in, 10 workers. Yeah. Yeah, that's my favorite, too. Oh, doesn't quite get those kills, though. That's unfortunate. I wonder what he's gonna... Is he gonna deploy the Madrigals? Yeah, okay, Ultra actually knows his stuff. I know that might sound like condescending for me to say, but like, you wouldn't... Like, you have to actually play with the unit and figure out that, oh, it has that aspect to it, right? And look at this, he keeps almost 14 workers on his... Ultra's actually playing the game, dude. Hold on. This is his first game against humans, according to what Shopkeeper Dog wrote in the chat. And what I think what Ultra told me as well. Like, you can see there's some growing pains that are to be had, but I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, man. If Ultra's practicing nicely, maybe that'll convince Bonneth to practice. And if Bonneth is practicing nicely, maybe that'll convince Hawk to practice. And then we'll be in a really good spot. No Phalanx. He's going Madrigals instead, which is really interesting. The Cyclops are doing so much damage to the Vagrants. Kind of wild. Obviously, the Cyprians are just going to get bopped in the process, but still very cool. Got another Trojan. Might be considering more drops. Triple Rogue Gallery, a Prostration Stage. Yeah. Looking good. Looking real good right about now. A couple Cyprians and a couple Mavericks on the way out, but the Anchor, it will actually be interrupted. Still, they can't get after these Madrigals, dude. They are not able to finish the job on them. Shopkeeper Dog still being held at an arm's length. Would love to see a repair onto that Madrigal there, but alas. Probably going to have to repair the Anchor first since it is notoriously on fire. There's the drop at the natural once again. All these workers are going to go down. I don't think a single one will escape. Yeah, that was brutal. Oh, it looks like maybe one of them will. With 7 HP. Oh, there's nothing over here. Oh, geez. GG. Shopkeeper Dog has to concede. I seeded Ultra and the secondary slot because even though he's a pro player, he's new to the game. But maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe he's the favorite. Here we go. Ultra in the top left, he is our red Terran. And Shopkeeper Dog in the bottom right is our dark green Protoss. So, that last game was on a Brood War map. It was won by a Brood War player. This game is on a Cosmonarchy map. Will it be won by a Cosmonarchy player? These are questions. Questions that need answers. I do think that overall, I'm pretty happy with the way that I've seen some of the changes in the meta take shape. I do look forward to when we have a couple more Terran games in the mix because I want to see some TVZs. I want to see some more TVPs, of course. Oh, we have a couple ZVZs between Godweed and Cannoli. I'll cast those in the next little bit of time because it won't be like today, but I'll cast those probably Monday since that'll be the next time I'm on because those are going to indeed be new Zerg games, right? Like new Zerg patch. We'll cast those and then whatever changes I make today and over the weekend, we'll get games on the, that patch as well and see if there's any replays that I want to go ahead and do. Regardless, Shopkeeper Dog moving up here with his scribe, scouting out that it is a stockade. Oh! I didn't even really clock that because I was too busy talking about other things, but Ultra going bio. Bio mech. Okay, he wants to do stockade into Fulcrum. This is StarCraft 1 style, right? Stimming the Maverick already. I think he knows his stuff there. Ooh, clothesline. I've been playing Peak with my girlfriend a lot lately, and in that game there's an energy drink that after you drink it makes you sleepy. And I'm now trying to because I've been playing that game a lot, my brain is like making connections between that and what I'm looking at right now. And so I'm just imagining Mavericks just guzzling an energy drink, and then after they're done, they're a little bit eepy, a little bit tired. Okay, not all fools drink energy drinks. Or should I say, not all people who drink energy drinks are fools. Because I'm no fool. Wink. So, the 3-gate into Embassy is an interesting build from Shopkeeper Dog. We'll see if he has a particular idea in his head for that. Palladium. Progressing. Is Ultra going to go for like a Phalanx Maverick timing? That could be really sick. I would be on board for that. But I do think that Dracodons make the Mavericks a little bit difficult. Double Hierophant and a Zealot. Yeah, you can deal with that with enough Mavericks. Although I will note Ultra is actually banking a little bit. He's not making anything out of the stockade. I think he just wants his Phalanx. No! Oh! Okay, it is a Phalanx. I was going to say, he's actually going Magical again. That would have been wild, because I don't think that would have worked out at all. But one of the reasons why I think it was working out last game, besides the fact that it was in a defensive emplacement, is that Shopkeeper Dog had some Hierophant, some Dracodons, etc., but the Cyprians were actually dealing ranged damage, so that in order to come up to attack the Madrigals, you had to already be taking damage. Now we do have one Cyprian here. Pretty good range there. Remember, it's actually +2, so the square is more like here-ish that you can shoot at. So really hard to entry there because of, or no, it's +1. So the square is about like here that you can shoot at, and so it's very, very powerful there on the cliff. More Cyprians, more Phalanxes. And he is going for a Starpad. It's like a 1-1-1 build, basically. Starpad on the way for most likely a Trojan. They'll probably skip the Antseal. Last time the Antseal was just there for detection. It wasn't really being used for shielding, I noticed. Ultra wasn't really on the micro that way. Making a Wraith. No, he cancels it. Trojan. Okay. Fat Finger. Makes sense. Where's the stem on those Mavericks? Doesn't look like it's necessary. So this is going to be a 4 Cyprian drop, and then he's probably going to try to move out with the Phalanxes and the Mavericks. Ministry on the location, or rather to float over. And the Witness is here as well. This is kind of brutal, because he's going to see everything. Shopkeeper Dog should be in a much better position to respond to this now. Antseal on the way. Maybe he saw the Shimmer. Maybe he just wants to make sure that he isn't being spied on. Pro players do see the Shimmer a lot more than I think scrubs like us can attest to, can compare. But it's always good to have it be a possibility. Yeah, he sees it. By the way, where did the Trojan even go? Did he cancel it for the Antseal? I'm so confused. He is going to pop the Witness with it, so I guess it might have been worth, but I thought the Trojan was really close to being completed. So that's kind of wild if so. Yeah, we don't actually have the drop coming. Artisans out from the embassy. The Ministry does indeed complete. Adding more Fulcrums. And Mavericks are in the back, so I guess Shopkeeper Dog is just going to go ahead and try to respond. He's got 3 Dracodons parked over here to try to deal with the Cyprians if they come in for the main. The Natural is obviously cordoned off here. Ardent Authority on the way. I wonder if he's going to go a Canto drop or if he's thinking something else. I don't really know how Shopkeeper Dog plays PvT, even though he's probably played more PvT than TvT. It's just one of those things where he doesn't... I haven't actually seen that. I haven't seen enough of his games. Double Matrix does make some sense here versus the Cyprians. Hugging the edge here. The Draconans are not going to leave the building, but he will be able to respond to this really fast. Not so many workers here either. Needs to scoop those up, and he loses 2 of the Cyprians, and now, yeah, this was pre-planned. He does end up finding a way out. That's really important. If you can keep the Trojan alive, it makes your future drops a lot more accessible. You might need the star pad production for something else. You might just want the resources towards other units. Got himself some nice phalanx counts. Goliath's on the way as well. I'm not sure that he's scouted enough to really see what's going on, but the Ardent Authority was not seen, and the Prostration stage just went down now, well after the fact. Now this looks more like a modern patch day. Come on now. But there's the second Palladium. I would love for somebody to be like, I only build Palladium units and base units. I never interact with the crap yard. Because they just never knew that it was scrapyard the whole time. There was an S there. If you want S rank, you build scrapyard. If you don't, crapyard. I guess you could say that to, like, differentiate between players of certain skills. Like, call it a crapyard because this guy stinks. You can see that Shopkeeper Dog has been clearing out some of the middle of the map, particularly the power generator on the side of Ultra. Just trying to make it easier for him to migrate over and move his army through. Secondary drop is a little bit far away. Yeah, I guess he might be... Oh, wow, the Matrix actually helps out so much, dude. That's wild. If he still had extra Cyprians, like if he saved that third one, he would have been in a good spot. But it's an Ancestral Rush. This makes a lot of sense. Of course. Of course Shopkeeper Dog is building up Tecton. Hey, thank you, Wheat. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back. Welcome back to Twitch this time. And Ultra is definitely doing a little bit of a different style, but he is making his third ministry. He's adding more fulcrums. Kind of recognizing how much money he's got and how many units he can still keep making. Does make a lot of sense. I don't think he's got what he needs versus Optectons, though. I think that's an uncontroversial statement. Like, Ultra's doing all of this stuff with his base layout. Trying to get himself into a good spot. And then Shopkeeper Dog's out here like, yeah, but what if Optecton? Can you beat Optecton? Wild stuff. Double Anseal doesn't suck versus it, honestly. And I think Unsieged Phalanx in enough amount. We saw that have some success versus Neblime on this very map. And then Shopkeeper Dog spun around the map. Never forget. This time around, he's on the flip side of the matchup. Should be easy dubs. Oh, he's going to do it even worse to him. It's not just a normal Optecton. It's a Malefactor Optecton. Mind Tyrant on the way. A lot of Phalanxes. I will give Ultra credit. He's made a pretty large army. He's actually dwarfing the Protoss army, which is not normally what happens even in Cosmonarchy. He's going to wipe the Artisans on that side of the map. And then immediately cycle back. Is he going to be aware that the other side is probably populated as well? Because denying him the extra Vespene would be useful, although at this point, Dog has a gas bank, so... He made Optecton. He made Mind Tyrant. He malefactored Optecton. Quake in your boots. This is the only Crisis Vector replay that was posted. So Ultra really is just like, I don't know what this map is. Oh, you can harvest from there? Let's see, he's got his Madrigals deployed, and they are soaking up a little bit of the damage. The Draconans also were spending a lot of time targeting the Anseals. Only now is the Optecton actually engaged in the fight. But I think this is going to end very, very poorly for Ultra. I didn't mind his siege location, but he did not have the front line that he needed to deal with all of the Draconans in the back line. And honestly, I don't even know if the Optecton did that much. Now it's doing a pretty good amount, but I mean, you know how it is. Ooh, bombed. Just like that, Shopkeeper Dog gets to play with Palladium units. Third base now coming online here. See the big worker transfer out of Shopkeeper Dog to his third, so certainly ahead economically. You can tell by that, by the worker count anyway. Looks like some rallies never got set. Are they going to be now? Yeah, well, not this one. This one's all lonely down here. Workers being pulled away from their watchdog positions, trying to saturate that 12 o'clock. Fourth base about halfway complete right now for Shopkeeper Dog, and he'll just keep making workers. Make worker, make unit, win game. He's got some vultures out, and I would love to see him lay some more mines, honestly. Because this is a pretty lazy clear that Dog is doing. He's not really going after, you know, clearing the mines very energetically. He doesn't have a witness with him. So I don't mind Ultra's pivot in there. He's making tier 2 now, but he did not make enough phalanxes, in my opinion, in my estimation. He definitely needed more. I think he needed a third add-on. Which is something you will never hear me say in the modern path. Well, I won't say never. If somebody makes a redundancy add-on, but they lose both, I'll say, yeah, he needed a third add-on. Mine Tyrant too far away to enchant, so the Optecton is just an ordinary one. Some good mine connections in the back there. Unfortunately, the phalanxes are still getting shellacked. Oh, I was wondering, I was like, where are all the other units that Ultra made? But I guess he doesn't really have that many. His rally's a little bit kerfluffed. An inglorious end, it seems like, for our homie, our pro player. GG is called. Shopkeeper Dog will take the game. And I can reveal that from what Shopkeeper Dog told me, I think the other games were even more like, kind of like that, but even faster, where Dog was just able to win, probably without the Optecton. Ultra, learning the struggle, but we will give Dog his flowers in that acknowledging his wins.